Hey guys, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the Golf Club 2019. Today we are going to be playing and reviewing Northwood Golf Club TGC. This one was designed by Links Lover. He has actually reached out to me in social media, so a huge thank you to him for doing that. This has got a great background story to the course, and I love it when designers put this much thought and give you this much information to relay to you guys. So he does go on to say that the entire course has been designed by 18 holes that he has actually played in real life, and he has mixed 3 themes into the one course. We do have the Highlands, the Swiss theme and the rustic theme. He says it's been difficult mashing it all together, but I think I have managed it. And he then goes on to give us each hole and the course it's from. Now remember, these are RCRs and they are all holes that he has played in real life, so really looking forward to playing this. I do hope you guys are all well. I do hope you're sitting down, probably with a nice hot cup of coffee, tea, or maybe even a glass of wine or a beer, depending on what time you're watching this. Let's get stuck into this. We do have 3 tee options. I am going to be playing from the blue tees, which are 7,278 yards. And as always, we will be playing on pin set number 1 for the camera flyby purposes. Everything's set to default. It seems that every round, well, probably the last 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds that I've played have been in double figure wins. So no idea what today's going to bring. So let's begin round. As we all know, my swing is currently all over the shop, but hole number 1 is a par 5 playing 509 yards, and this one is inspired by the first at Trentham Park Golf Club. Trentham Park Golf Club is situated in Stoke-on-Trent and borders the Trentham Estate, which is home to scenic gardens, a large shopping village, the Monkey Forest and an aerial adventure assault course. So it would be fantastic to know if any of you subscribers live near any of these courses or have gone one better and played them. Please let me know in the comment section. Where am I pressing the wrong buttons here? So the course details are as follows. It is a par 72, fairways are firm, the greens are soft and the green speed is medium fast. Looks like we're going to have really erratic wind speeds today. Started off at 13 mile per hour in the camera flyby, and now we're down to 7, now 6.
Man, did you ever launch that?
It's a decent swing to start off the round. And I would now imagine that we can attack this green in 2 here.
One's looking like around 220 to the pin.
So 219 yards, up 7 feet, soft greens. I'm going to say it's playing 221 yards. With that wind, we're just going to loft up this 1 iron a touch here. Hopefully the wind's going to hold us up. It's a decent swing. This should kick on to the green for me quite easily. No idea if it's going to be close though. And that is travelling well. Oh, didn't expect it to run out as much as that. I can only assume that we have caught a bit of a slope there.
Tell you what, that was some great golf I just saw on this hole. Next,
so
for eagle.
We do have a putt for eagle here. 17 feet up 1 foot. There's not a huge break in this. Just going to go right edge of the cup. I think this one's all on the weight.
This one's tracking towards the hole.
Oh, I didn't hit it. I did not hit it.
All right, about a 3-footer.
And unfortunately, just going to be a birdie to start us off, which we do manage to convert. So let's proceed to hole number 2. Wow, this is exciting. I'm really enjoying this. Figuring out which the next hole is and where it's inspired from.
Second hole.
So, hole 2 is inspired by the third at Woolstanton Golf Club. Woolstanton Golf Club was formed in 1904 and 114 years later still has a healthy, loyal membership. It is located just off the A34, a couple of miles north of Newcastle under Lyme town centre. The course uses every inch of land it has available as it is hemmed in on 3 sides by housing and the 4th by the A34 dual carriageway that runs from Manchester to Portsmouth. So there, the wind's back to 13 mile per hour winds now, like it was in at the start. So we're really getting erratic wind speeds here. Right, that is laser straight swing, and I swear to you that I tried to execute the same swing every time. And how on earth I get some of these ones, it does look like a 2-year-old's doodle all over an Etch-a-Sketch. I've got no idea. So 186 yards. Oh, 369. Let's say it's playing 189 into that 14 mile per hour wind. I'm going to have to loft up this 5 hybrid and just hope that we can find the dance floor here. It's a good strike. The wind should start to bring us round. This should sit down fairly quickly for me. Hopefully runs out a bit. And we are going to have a putt for birdie here.
Here we go. This one for birdie.
21 foot putt for birdie. Breaking right, right, left, left, left. So it's breaking more to the left than it is the right. Is it going to turn back? Oh, decent weight in it. Oh, look at my putt line. Wow, I think that was half the issue there.
Let's do this.
4 foot putt, just for the par. And we do manage to convert that putt.
And that'll keep you at 1 under.
So, we are going to remain 1 under. Let's move on to hole number 3, which is inspired by the 3rd at Neffin and District Golf Club, Old 9. Neffin and District is by far the most stunning looking course I have ever played. It has 27 holes of beautiful golf with a sea view on every single hole on both the front and old 9s. While the new 9 had immaculate greens, possibly the best I have ever played on. It is a course that has the highest profile of the holes selected and attracts golfers from far and away. I have never heard of this course, so it is great to find out a bit about our local, well, I say local courses, but our courses in Great Britain here. So let's say it's playing 150 with that wind, soft greens. Just going to loft this up to there, and I am going to try and draw this. I am experimenting with the draw and fade, just try to counteract this wind. Oh, the draw's just taken over there and just a bit too much. Yardage was pretty damn good though, to be fair. But we are going to have a putt from about 15 feet, 19 feet. Look at that, the yardage was bang on. This is down 3 inches. It is going to turn to the right. This one's all on the weight. Should start to really turn heavily here for me. It's not.
Oh, that was slightly disappointing.
That one didn't really turn at all. That was disappointing.
And this next putt for par.
Tough hole to get birdie on there in these wind conditions, but it is another par that we pick up.
Okay, 1 under for the round.
We are now going to move on to hole number 4, which is inspired by the 4th at Neffin and District Golf Club Old 9. We stay at Neffin, where the 4th hole on the Old 9 is perched high on the cliff tops, playing over and then along the cliffs to a green under a lighthouse with, you guessed it, cliffs at the back. Another visually stunning hole on a course that has many. So, oh, got to have balls of steel to take this on. Oh, that is beautiful. Laser straight. The wind should take me round and it should kick out down the fairway. And we've really played that well. If only I could swing like that all the time. In my head, I do.
I'd say it's about 120 yards.
So 121 yards, down 1 foot. So it is playing 100 and... Ooh, so I'm a bit... Hopefully this yardage is going to be good. Oh, it's a dirty swing line though. Wind's bringing it back nicely. Could be close. Should bounce out a bit for me. It's decent. Yardage is quite good. Probably about a 7-foot putt. 10-foot putt for the birdie. This one is going to turn to the right. Come on, turn, turn, turn. And that is a really good putt. And we do manage to pick up the birdie there.
Sitting at 2 under for the
So
round.
we're going to move to 2 under par. So hole number 5 is a par 4 inspired by the 5th at Boo Desert Golf Club. No idea where this is. Located near Hazelslade, a village in South Staffordshire, is Boo Desert. I really had images of this being in France or some exotic place. And it is set in Cannock Forest. The course enjoys a strong regional reputation and has hosted Open Championship regional qualifying in the past. The Heathland course was designed by Herbert Fowler, who also designed Saunton, Walton Heath and the Berkshire. Oh, okay. I did not see the flyby here, but this is a severe dogleg left. We are just going to look to draw this round. This is a risky shot, but I feel it's worth the risk reward. It's going to be hard to get it on that pencil thin fairway, but we'll have a go at it. It's a nice swing light. Oh no. Looks like I've played just a touch too much draw there. Are we going to get a bounce here? No, we're not, and we kick into the bunker. Just a touch too much draw on that.
Ooh.
We weren't far away though.
Try to get back into the fairway, or do you try to close
So,
the ground between you and the green?
I do believe 119. I think I've got to play this club, but hopefully if we're too long it comes back off this bank. Decent strike. Oh, it's going to come up short. Probably going to make the green, but it's not going to be near the dance. Oh, well, look at this. Wow, that has really run out well for me on these soft greens. Surprised at that outcome, and we are going to have a birdie opportunity here.
Okay,
An 11-footer.
Definitely makeable.
I can't see it turning past the hole here. Oh my goodness! Wow, I really did not expect that to turn as much as that. And see, on looking at that now, I'm sure I've been given a bit of a different read there. Doesn't matter, it does happen. And we are just going to pick up a par there. Disappointed not to get the birdie. But we are going to remain at 2 under. Solid golf so far. Let's move on to hole number 6, which is inspired by the 10th at Keeley Golf Club. I do hope I'm pronouncing this properly, and this course no longer exists. Keeley is a remarkable village near Newcastle-under-Lyme. It has a university, science and technology park, and used to have a municipal golf course. The public course was Parklands, and where I played my first few rounds of golf before I was 10 years old. This is a short par 4. Playing 387 yards. Just wanted to find fairway here. Just really relying on the wind to hold us up and bring us back to the left.
Great contact. Nice swing.
Swinging far better today. More consistently straight. And we have managed to find, should I say, I do apologise about my grammar, the fairway. Looks like it's going to be severe uphill green. I'm going to add on 8 yards for that, so it is playing 113 yards into that wind. Just going to deal off this 2 touches. And hopefully we're bang on yardage. That's a beautiful strike again. Should be all over this. This should be all over this. That is a fantastic approach shot. Really happy with that.
Okay, let's see what you can do with his 8-footer.
It's a tricky putt though. Certainly no gimme from 8 feet. I have been misreading some of the putts already. We could easily be 3-4 under by now. Come on, turn. And that's a great putt into the heart of the cup. And we do pick up the birdie. But really enjoying this round. I really, really am. I'm enjoying reading the information as much as I am playing it. So hole 7 is a par 4, inspired by the 7th at Barlaston Golf Club. My home course, and it is as old as me. Formed as Lakeside Golf Club in 1977. So links lover's giving away his age here. He's just a few years older than me. It is a parkland course built on former meadows and originally designed by none other than Peter Allis. Wow! Never ever heard of this course and never knew this. So former Ryder Cup player and best golf commentator ever. 100% agree about the best golf commentator ever. Peter Allis, a fellow Scotsman. I think I'm just going to, with that wind, I think the 1 iron is the shot to be playing here, and hopefully we just reach this part of the fairway, catch that slope and kick out to the left. Should kick out of here. There we go. We've done exactly what I wanted to do. Really happy with that. We've now got an approach shot into this green. 170 yards. Oh, with this wind behind me. 170. Oh, wow. 4. Just de-lofting this 8 iron. We are going to rely on the wind here also. This should run out a fair bit for me. Come on, sit down, sit down. Oh, wow. Really, really happy with that. Maybe just de-lofted that 1 touch too much. But almost hit the pin there. Only downside is I've left myself a downhill putt. 14 feet is going to turn to the left. So just going to touch this down here. Should turn. This could be in. And that is a fantastic putt. If only I could putt like that on a more consistent basis, my game would be far better for it. So we do move to 4 under par.
8th hole coming up here.
Hole number 8 is a par 4, inspired by the 12th at Alsager Golf Club. Alsager is a small town in Cheshire, just inside the border from Staffordshire. The golf club sits on the southern edge of the town and is a largely flat parkland course with one big hill known locally as Heart Attack Hill that covers the 12th to 16th holes. Heart Attack Hill, eh? Oh, I've pulled that slightly to the left, but we should be okay. Plenty of fairway to work with here. .312 yards. Still a bit of work to do here though. This is the toughest hole in the course according to the stroke index, so I'm going to say it is playing 155 yards, but with that wind, I think this club's all over it. I really do. Just going to loft this up. No, I'm not, because I am on a slight uphill slope. I think this club is the club. I'm hoping it is. Pushed it slightly right.
I like the way
this is good though. Sit down, ball. Sit down. Sit. Played it well. Hopefully we can convert this 6 to 7 foot putt for birdie.
Okay, let's see what you can do with his 8-footer.
8-footer. We'll get one of these yardage putts correctly, guesstimations yet. Once again though, it's a tough putt. 3 lines breaking to the right. And with the weight I'm playing this at, it's going to be slightly exaggerated. Come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Just burns the edge. And we are just going to miss out on the birdie. But the greens are very, very challenging here. But solid golf so far. The pleasing thing for me is I'm giving myself plenty birdie opportunities. So let's move on to hole number 9, which is a par 5, inspired by the 9th at Barlaston Golf Club. We revisit my home course of Barlaston for a short par 5 that demands accuracy. The hole is short enough for pretty much anybody to be able to reach in 2, provided you avoid all the trouble that is all over the hole. From the lake to the right, it's inlet that pokes out at landing range, the drainage ditch to the left, and the large oak tree that is on the edge of the lake that can deflect a drive. There is plenty to catch you out. So there's the inlet. Could probably be only reachable with the master clubs. It's nice. The wind should bring us back round, and I should have a shot at the green over the water here. But really enjoying this so far, and I can only thank Links Lover for all the time and effort he's clearly put into this. It really is inspiring. One iron is going to be too long, and I hate lofting this club up because it's such a tricky club to hit straight when it's fully lofted up, but we will take it on. I still believe it's going to be a bit long. Oh, I've hit that deadly straight.
Oh, it's heading for the green
here. It's just going to be a touch long on these soft greens. Oh, almost hit the flagstick once again. But we are going to have an eagle opportunity.
There's a green and under regulation for you. Pat yourself on the back.
29 feet from the pin, up 2 inches. This one is going to turn quite aggressively to the left. This is just basically a lag putt here. If it drops for the eagle, bonus. But just try to set up the birdie putt here. Left that one a touch short. Certainly didn't give it enough porridge. But these greens, I don't think I've ever played 1-5 greens. If I have, I can't recall it. It's quite a tricky green speed to get used to. And I tell you what, this is missable. I've missed many of these in my golf and virtual golfing career. Oh, and I've missed that one. So wow, once again, my putting is my Achilles heel. But in all fairness, these putts are testing. These are not easy putts. We should easily be 5 or 6 under, maybe even 7 under by now. But the main thing is I'm enjoying this round. And we do move on to hole number 10, which is a par 4, inspired by the 10th at Newcastle Golf Club. Newcastle Golf Club is a parkland course about 1 mile west of Newcastle Brown Line Golf Club. Opens in 1908 as a 9-hole course. The club's first president was none other than His Imperial Highness the Grand Duke Michael of Russia, who held the position for 12 years. The course expanded to 18 holes in 1926 and today enjoys a reputation as having the fastest, trickiest greens in the local area. So this is a short par 4. This might well be worth the risk here. I don't think it's going to make it up onto the green. It might just hit the fringe because we do have a bit of a false slope here. But it might kick on. Could end up in the bunker here, knowing my luck.
Wow.
It's a beautiful swing. But once again, the wind's picked up. The wind is really erratic out here in the course today, and we're probably going to be looking at a flop shot. But I wonder, is Newcastle Brown Ale still a thing? I used to play football with a guy, Neil Tarrant, who drank that all the time. I was just wondering, I've never seen it up here in recent years, but I was just wondering if any of you Geordies are aware if Newcastle Brown Ale is still on the go. The wind will hold me up here. Certainly don't want to be long. Put a fast on that, but it should spin back a touch. And that should set me up for a well-deserved birdie here. If I can putt it. I've been missing a lot of these putts, but I don't think even me could miss from this range with that lack of break on the course. And we do pick up another birdie to move to 5 under par. So let's move on to hole number 11, which is a par 4 inspired by the 4th at Leesow Golf Club. Leesow is a small town just down the road from Walsall on the Wirral. The golf club was formed back in 1891, though it is overshadowed by its more illustrious next door neighbour, Wallasey. Leesow was the first links course I ever played and where I fell in love with links golf. It is half links and half parkland, and while there are better links course, what you are guaranteed is one of the most welcoming clubs you will find. I do hope I'm pronouncing the course names properly, but wow, look at this. That is really, really cool. Really, really cool. That wind, that was 10 miles per hour when I set up. The wind is really fluctuating out in the course here today.
This is going places.
Wind should start to bring me round. It has. And we have managed to find the centre of the fairway here.
Looks like about 200.
So, 207 yards to the pin, up 6 feet. Soft greens. Do you know what? I think this is a club. I think it runs out well enough for me. It should run out to at least 205 yards. At least. Decent strike. The wind should bring me back. Wind's bringing me round more. Yardage is going to be pretty decent. It's just the line with the wind that I lack. But look at this. It's turning back in well. And my yardage was bang on, to be fair, with that club.
Okay, let's see what you can
just the wind catches me out at times. Sometimes an 8-9 mile per hour wind moves you as much as that did, and sometimes it doesn't. Once again, the break's going to be exaggerated with the pace that I'm playing this putt at. Oh, Lee, come on. It's another horrendous putt.
3 feet to the hole here.
I reckon I could be 9 under easy by now. Easy, if I could putt. So it's just another par. But that, in all fairness, I mean, I am misreading the breaks, but that turned a lot more aggressive than I expected it to. So we are going to move on to hole number 12, which is inspired by the 12th at Newcastle Golf Club. Once again, we return to Newcastle Golf Club and their 12th hole. A bloody difficult par 4 that is uphill all the way. Dog legs right, yet after the distance where a drive would be hit. Then to a green that has a narrow entrance to it and is flanked by bunkers. This is a hole that plays much harder than it looks, like I would on a course map or golf sat nav device. Tee shot is critical here. So I certainly mean what he means with the dog leg right, but I think I'm going to be fine just playing this. Hopefully setting up an approach shot into the green.
Now that was a swing.
Spacebar straight swing, and that should set us up nicely for our approach shot.
Alright, you're looking at around 175 yard shot here.
Right, so it is playing 176 yards, but with this wind behind me, just going to loft this 7-iron up a touch. Tricky shot this. Tricky pin. It's a beautiful strike. Should be on line. This could be all over this if it sits down. Come on, sit. Sit. Fairly good approach shot there. It's just going to hold the green. But with that wind,
And you're on the green with
calculating the yardage was always going to be tough. But it's not the most difficult of putts here. So I have been getting caught out with the breaks. I've not been allowing enough for them. This time I'm probably going to over read this, but we do have a 17-foot putt. It is down 1 inch.
this one has a chance.
No. Once again, not reading the breaks. But the greens aren't the easiest. The greens do have a challenge to them, but at the moment I am just really struggling with my putting. And look at that putt line, I almost missed that. And we do pick up another par there. So let's move on to hole 13, which is a par 3, inspired by the 13th at Leek Golf Club. Leek is a small town at the heart of the Staffordshire moorlands. Indeed, it calls itself the Queen of the Moorlands. The scenery just out of town is beautiful, especially as you head out into the Peak District towards Buxton. Leek Golf Club sits on the southern edge of the town and is a hilly course that enjoys the moorland scenery through the course. It is largely a parkland course. So 216 yards, it is downhill. Gonna have to deduct off 6 yards for that. So it is playing 210. Just gonna de-loft this hybrid and just hope that it works its way up the green for me. This should run out about 208 yards. It's a beautiful strike. Wind's starting to take me round. This should be all over this. This should be all over this. Oh! That has really run on a lot more than I expected. 227 yards. That has confused me a bit there, but clearly down to the downhill aspect that it's picked up. Momentum there. Get him. Oh, just leave that 2 feet short. We are going to convert that for the par.
Well done.
And we are going to progress to the next hole.
5 under for the round.
Still at 5 under. Not found many birdies in the back 9, but certainly cut up the front 9 with good shots. Just our putting let us down. So hole number 14. I need to find the page. I do apologise now. We are on page 2 of his information. It's clearly a par 3, and it is inspired by the 14th at Welshpool Golf Club. Welshpool is a little town in mid-Wales, a few miles inside the English border. I have to admit I have never been to the town itself, nor do I know much about it, as the golf club lies a couple of miles out of town. So Links Lover has really covered a lot of Great Britain playing these courses. So wow, with this wind, it's playing 208, 210 yards this is playing, but that club's far too long. With this wind behind me, just going to deal off this 5-iron and hopefully get it landing on the green and just working its way up towards the flag. It's a good strike.
This is looking decent.
This should be good. This should be good. Come on, get up here. Get up. Fantastic approach shot there. I don't think I could have asked for much more than that.
And you're on the dance floor.
And hopefully I could start converting some of these birdie opportunities here. This one's just going to break slightly to the left. Should start to turn back in. And we do pick up a well-deserved birdie. And we do move to 6 under par for the round. Hole
Okay, let's
15
see what happens here on this
is a par
par
4 inspired by the 18th at Welsh Pool Golf Club.
Fairway and take it from there.
We stay at Welsh Pool for our 18th hole. You tee off at the top of a valley to the bottom of it, then dogleg round and back up. The other side to the green from the tee, players have to be mindful of the ditch that runs down the valley and the gorse that surrounds the fairway. The climb up to the green is the main difficulty with the second shot. As long as you are safe with your drive, then you will be fine. This is really downhill. Wow. I think we're going to play smart here. Just loft up this 1 iron. Let the wind take us back round. Water is certainly in play here. Wind keeps fluctuating, man.
Nice.
That's a great strike. Should just find the bottom of this fairway here, I would imagine, with the run out. Played that really, really well. Really happy with that. I'm really happy with how I've actually played overall today. My swing seems to be more consistent.
Quite the elevated green out there. You might need to
So,
take an extra club.
playing 220 yards. I feel I've got to loft this up. Just going to hang this up in the wind a touch. Ideally, I'm just looking to kick this on from the rough. That slope is really going to take me to the right, and I'm hoping this wind takes me back round. It's a great strike.
Could
Come
be
on.
in the rough here.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, kick out. Ah, just miscalculated that one, but we are going to have a chip shot. Hopefully I can convert and get close. The only issue here is going to be the percentage of the rough. Come on, Lee. Oh, I've left that short, and we could be looking at our first drop shot of the round.
Here.
Turn back. Yes, that's a fantastic putt to save par. Delighted that I saved par there.
And that'll keep you at 6
And I am
under
going to remain
round.
at 6 under par.
Okay, par 5 here.
So, hole number 16, where are we? Is inspired by the third at Asbury Golf Club. Asbury is a village around a mile southwest of the town of Contegolan in Cheshire. Lying between the two is Asbury Golf Club, a parkland course formed in 1922, which has always been in decent condition when I have played it, albeit not since a junior, and I'm now 40, and has the Macclesfield Canal running through the middle of it. Quite a short par 5, to be honest, but wide. Look at the difference in wind speeds today has been frightening. Really good tee shot there. And that should leave
Right around
a shortish
230
approach shot
yards to go.
into this green here. Once again, going to have to fully loft up this 1 iron, which is not the best of clubs to start doing this with. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. No! Oh, that could have been worse. That could have been worse. It could have kicked into the bunker. Very unfortunate there, though. And we are going to have a chip shot that hopefully I can execute better than the previous one. Don't want to leave this too short. Oh, it didn't run out at all. Did not run out at all.
All right, here we go. This one for the birdie.
It's another tricky birdie putt. I don't think I've drained any of these kind of putts today at all. And that theme's going to continue. Wow. I should be way. I reckon I should be double figures under par here for this round. It just shows you though, guys, that saying, driving for show, putting for dope. I just cannot putt to save myself. I know it. Yous know it. There's no point hiding the fact. And we are going to move on to the 17th hole of this fantastic hybrid course. And this is a par 4 inspired by the 18th at Lion Lamb Neck Golf Club. I assume this is Welsh. I do apologise about the pronunciations. Lion My Neck is a small Welsh town just inside the border from England. As a town, it is quiet and quaint, with the countryside and Welsh hills around. A perfect place to live if you want to be away from the hustle and bustle of city life. So, with that wind, this is actually quite a challenging tee shot.
Great contact.
It's another spacebar straight drive. And I am now 100% convinced that this game gives you really inconsistent swing lines. For a while I was thinking it was me. At times it's not. It must be a server side issue, because I am swinging no different to what I normally do. And I'm getting a lot more consistent swings here. So 116 yards left. Must add 8 yards here. So 124 yards. With that wind. Just a touch of draw to try and counteract this wind. Hopefully my yardage is bang on. Oh, this could be all over it. Come on. That is a sublime shot. It really, really is. Hopefully I can convert the birdie putt here, because that really deserves it. Really good putt there. Hey! And Early actually putts for the birdie from 8 feet, and we do move to 7 under par. Let's move on to the final hole of this fantastic course. I have really, really enjoyed my time out in this course. The 18th final hole is a par 4, and it is inspired by the 18th at Burton-on-Trent Golf Club. I've got family that live in Burton. Formed in 1894, Burton-on-Trent is a woodland course that is always in top condition and a tough track. One you earn your handicap at. It is situated on the A511 on the outskirts of town. So, I think certainly be looking to play 2-wood here. And we are really relying on the wind to bring me back into the fairway here. Decent swing. It should be perfect for me. Shouldn't run too far out. And I've played that really well. Could have probably played driver there, to be fair, but I think I've played the percentage shot.
45 yards out.
142 yards into the wind. On a slight upslope, just lofting this 8-iron up. Oh, I've pulled it slightly to the left.
She's looking good.
This should be all over it. It's another fantastic shot into the green. And I really would love to convert this to finish at 8 under par. Nothing in this at all. And we do finish with a well-earned birdie. And I have really, really enjoyed this course. Fantastic 8 under. For me, guys, without a doubt, that is a 5-star course. Please go and play this course. If you want the information, it is on the HP Studios forum. I will be favouring that, and that is just a 5-star. I really wish a lot more designers would take follow Links Lovers' footpath, and 1, take more time over the courses, and 2, give us some information about it as well, what inspired you. But wow, that is a fantastic course that I will play time and time again. That is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please spam that like button. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. That is it for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.